Hey guys, NRL vid 090 back here with another video today. Today I'll be getting to my round 6 NRL review. Some big games this week, and yeah, overall I think it's been a really good round of footy. But before I do start this video, I'd like to give a few quick shout outs. First one goes to Rugby League history. Second one goes to Nick from Australia. Third one goes to Entertain House. Warriors Fanatics, Bunny Chick 82. Who else is there? National Sports Loaded. NRL Clips, someone else, I don't want to forget their name though, maybe I am, CJ Moxley, and forgot the other one, but it might come back to my mind. But yeah, let's get into the review. So, Thursday night, we saw the Broncos get defeated by the Knights. Knights winning 27-6 quite comfortably. Knights were good. No, Knights were actually quite good. They dominated most of the game, if not all the game, and yeah, Broncos just could not keep up with them. And yeah, it was just another good performance by Knights, and that's a well-deserved win. Thought Daniel Saifidi was outstanding. So was his brother off the bench, Jacob Saifidi. They really wrecked the Broncos in parts, I reckon, and Ponga was excellent as well at the back. Overall, it was a good effort by the Knights, good win, I reckon, and they should definitely enjoy that one. But for the Broncos, not on. They just, I don't know, their defense is kind of falling a little bit. Their attack isn't bad, but it's not good, not standard. Yeah, the Darius Boyd at centre does not work for me. Anthony Milford needs to be dropped, like I said in my Brisbane Broncos video on what has to change. Yeah, bring Tom Dean in and try something different for once, because that's always how it's been. Milford at 5'8", and Broncos. Yeah, I reckon Broncos need to change, and I reckon it could work if Milford gets dropped, if not more plays. But no, it was just all Knights, and Knights deserve the win, and they should enjoy it. So I'll give this game a 5 out of 10. It was all right, but it was mainly Knights this game, so I'll give the game 5 out of 10. Moving on to the 6 o'clock Friday night game, the early game at Bankwest Stadium. It was between the Rabbitohs and the Warriors, and the Rabbitohs winning quite comfortably over Warriors, 40 points to 16. But just before I get into the review, I feel like an absolute idiot now for tipping Warriors. I don't know why it's hit them. I thought they'll turn up and play well, but yeah, I'm quite an idiot for tipping the Warriors. But we'll see how they go next week. But with the Rabbitohs, first of all, they played really well. Latrell was awesome. Got a few try assists, I think, Latrell, and yeah, it was good to see. I think he's really growing into that fullback role, and yeah, it's good to see overall that Latrell's finally, becoming a more of a consistent fullback, and yeah, so good on him. Alex Johnson looks 10 times faster, or you can probably say 50 times faster, because that's the fastest I've seen Alex Johnson sort of run in a game, maybe since 2016, 2017, because he was quick tonight, and I have not really seen that in a while from Johnson, being that quick in a game. George Burgess was no, George's not even there anymore. Tom, yeah, he made a few good meters, and he was decent throughout the match. It was solid. With the Warriors, though, yeah, a lot needs to be changed. They recently got rid of Stephen Kearney, and I reckon that's bad timing, but it had to happen. I knew he wouldn't be there for that long, but yeah, they needed to change Warriors, and had to happen soon rather than later. Just think that their defence has really let them down. Their defence out wide is shocking. The Rabbitohs exposed their edges badly of the Warriors, and the Warriors really need to work on their edges, I think. The middle is okay, but need to be better around those areas. I think defensively they need to be better. Let's just put it that way. Got a few consolation tries at the end, Warriors, but not enough, of course. The Rabbitohs had the game in the bag a long time ago. Look, I feel like Latrell Mitchell was outstanding in that game. Cody Walker was brilliant, I thought. Ever since he came back for the Titans game, he's been really good form. No, but this is just South's dominance, of course, and I'll give the game maybe a 4.5 out of 10. It wasn't too great. It was all South. South's just dominated, and good jobs to them, but I'll give the game 4 out of 5. Now, this was a great game on Friday night, and this was on Fox, but I was watching on Fox, but it was on 9 as well. Panthers and the Storm. And wow, the Panthers really they played really well, and they end up beating the Storm 21 points to 14. Now, I've got to say, that's a well-deserved win. I think the Panthers are going to make top 8 now. I think so. I know it's a bit early, but I think at this time, I'm going to call it, and I'm going to stick by my decision by saying Panthers to make the top 8, I reckon. They've just got the team. Maybe the fullback role needs a little bit of fixing, but they've got the team overall, and I think that with the team on paper they have, that's a top 8 team. If not, that team could be pushing for top 4, I reckon, but we'll see how far they go. Yeah, Panthers were excellent. The Storm were just too tired, and they looked really fatigued, the Storm. And I just think the Panthers' defence, Storm looked really stressed, I thought. They just kept making errors, and it was really unlike Melbourne. And but you know, you got to give full credit to Penrith. They really won that game fair and square, and they really worked hard for it. And overall, that's a really good sign for Penrith. And yeah, fans of Panthers and the club overall should be happy with that one. With Melbourne, I feel like they're missing out a card, just a bit of speed, you know. I feel like Seve has been in that game. You can piss him off to reserve grade. Don't play him again. I think Paul Momorowski would have done a better job on the wing than Seve. Seve is just nothing but garbage, in my opinion. Yeah, but like I feel like they're missing Adokar. Just a bit of speed, you know, could have helped them because they looked so tired in the second half. Maybe Adokar with a bit of speed would have really energized them. But yeah, what can you do? It just the Storm were outplayed by Penrith, I thought, and it was good to see. Cleary was awesome. I thought Api Coruscant was fantastic from his runs from dummy half. It was great to see. Now, I'll give this game an 8 out of 10. I loved it. I loved every single bit of this game. It was just great. 8 out of 10 I'll give this game. And good win by Penrith. And yeah, great game of footy on Friday night. Saturday, this was probably the worst game of the round. But good win by Dragons though. Winning over the Titans 20 points to 8. Now, let me just say this. I was so close to getting my tip correct for the Titans and Dragons game. I said the Dragons to win 20 points to 10. Right? And I said first try scorer Zach Lomax. And what happened? Zach Lomax got the first try, and I was correct. And I said, you know, Dragons 20 to 10 win over Titans. And what happened? Dragons 20 Titans 8. Now, if only Titans got that other goal, then I would have got my prediction spot on. This is probably the first time I actually get a prediction spot on in terms of scores and all that. And I was thinking, if I was allowed to do sports bet, I would have won quite a bit of money, I'll tell you that. Yeah, but like Dragons played quite well. I thought Corey Norman was played much better than he has in recent weeks. Matt Duffy was pretty good at fullback again. Makala Ravalawa was powerful on the edge for Dragons. The Titans just yeah, typical Titans. They just didn't really turn up. They just couldn't handle the Dragons overall. Just you know, running all over them. And yeah, Titans' defense is just probably the worst in the NRL. I thought Tana Boyd made some alright impact for the Titans once he came on, but that was the only positive, I reckon. Him making good impact for Titans overall. Dragons good win, but yeah, it was a snooze fest of the game. Probably give it 3 out of 10. Wasn't a great game, but I don't want to waste too much time on it. Now, on the 5:30 game, and wow, some concerns for Cowboys, that's for sure. Tigers winning 36 points to 20 over the Cowboys. At half-time, it was 34-0, and I was shocked. And I was just, I felt a bit bad for Cowboys because I just didn't think this was happening with the team they've got. And yeah, Tigers, full credit to them, they weren't messing around. The Tigers just gave it their all, and obviously too powerful for the Cowboys in that night. I think the only positive was that maybe Paul Green's spray kind of fired the Cowboys a little bit, and they kept the Tigers scoreless, except Tigers only got 2 points, a penalty goal in the second half, and that was it. And they got a few tries in the second half, Cowboys, but that's about it. Josh Reynolds was great. I thought Josh Reynolds had an excellent game. Luciano Leilua was decent on the edge, but I thought the best player out there was probably Luke Brooks, in my opinion. Ran riot. I know. Look, I've been a bit harsh on Brooks recently, but that was a good game by him, and I got to admit that he did really well. And yeah, so there was just a pretty good performance by Tigers. Should enjoy that one, but the Cowboys need a bit of work on. I don't know what the Cowboys need to really work on. It's probably the coach might need to go, a bit of a change. Their forward pack isn't bad, but the back rows are a bit shite. Maybe the back line in some parts might need a bit of fixing too, but minor fixes for Cowboys, not major fixes, but yeah, they've got to be fixed eventually, that's for sure. Give this game maybe a 5.5 out of 10. Decent game of footy, but yeah, Tigers have tamed the Cowboys, that's for sure. So yeah, last game of Saturday footy, it was the Roosters and the Eels, and the Roosters won. What was the score? Yeah, 24-10 over at Parramatta. Now, Parramatta played well, I thought. I'm being honest. I actually thought they played quite well. The effort early on was really good. Defensively in the first half, they were pretty good. They held Roosters out a few times, but I mean, in the second half, they thought they were playing for 65 or 60 minutes. The Eels, and Roosters just kept getting pouring tries on them, and that was a game set when Roosters just kept them scoring tries, had all the momentum over Parramatta. I thought Michael Jennings was pretty good. Got his 150th try against the Roosters, this old club. Micah Sevo was dominant out wide. Mitchell Moses was a bit off. I thought Dylan Brown played more of a bigger role than what Moses did, but it happened. But the Roosters are just, you know what? I would not be surprised if Roosters go back, go on a three-peat for the premiership, in my opinion. And I reckon they can make the grand final, no doubt. I don't know if I even have to think they'll make the grand final. They actually will, I think. Anyway, but I reckon they can make the grand final for sure. They have the team. They have no injuries. There's not much weakness in the whole team overall. But that's just they're the top side for a reason, Roosters, and they showed it on Saturday. They were just too good for the Eels, but it's a learning curve for Parramatta in a way. I'm going to give this game 7 out of 10. I actually like the game overall. But Parramatta had the game, but they obviously blew it. I think they had the game, Parramatta, but then they blew it and some errors came in and wasn't on. But I'll give this game a 7 out of 10. Sunday footy, and yes, Manly. Great job, Manly. Good win over Raiders, 14 points to 6. Now, I've got a bit of concerns with some injuries we've had with Tommy Turbo. Hamstring injury. Apparently, he might be out for 5 to 6 weeks, but I got some recent news that it's got better than expected in his hamstring, and he couldn't only miss 4 to 2 weeks, which would be the best option. Brad Parker copped a very heavy head knock. I thought really bad for Brad Parker, but he'll be all right. He's had a bad history of those, Brad, but he might be all right for next week. But he has to get through the protocols, HIA protocols, firstly. And Dylan Walker kind of rolled his ankle, and I remember hearing from the sideline that he'll be okay. He said to a commentator that he'll be all right for next week, but we'll see. He was in a bit of pain when he went off, but yeah, hopefully he can come back, and he says he'll be all right. So we'll see. We'll see on Teamless Tuesday if he's named or not. But very proud of Manly. Gutsy win, and that's probably one of the greatest wins in recent times, I reckon. Just with missing players getting hurt. Lachlan Croker copped a bit of a cut, but he played excellent, I thought. Jack Kazeski was huge in the centres. I know he's not a centre, he's a back row, but was huge in that position. Sirinen was awesome. Actually, Curtis Sirinen was my man in the match. Had an outstanding performance. Lachlan Croker, Jack Kazeski, Daly Cherry Evans not far away, but I'm going to give the man in the match to Curtis Sirinen. I thought it was outstanding. I'm very proud of Manly. I'm a proud Manly fan tonight, that's for sure. With Canberra, they were a bit... I don't know. They struggled to score points now, Canberra, unfortunately for them. They tried in the second half, but wasn't enough. They just didn't show much, Canberra. It was disappointing. I thought Jack Whiten did okay, but was a bit off. George Williams was a bit off too. I thought the only really good player for Canberra today was Jordan Rapana. Made a few decent runs. Wasn't that bad. And I thought maybe Corey Horsburgh was pretty solid as well. Yeah, but it was just Manly were too good at the end of the day, and it was a good win overall. So I'll give the game a 8 out of 10. Love the game, and go Manly. Lastly, we had the Sharks and the Bulldogs, and the Sharks just beat the Bulldogs 20 points to 18, which you've just seen now. Look, there was some weird calls at the end of the game, I thought, but I think the Sharks just play a bit stronger than the Bulldogs at many points. Katoa, Sione Katoa was awesome. He's a fantastic finisher on the wing, Katoa. He's a player to look out for the future, in my opinion. Always rated him. The Sharks were solid. I thought nothing special, but they were solid throughout the game. Played pretty well. The Bulldogs, though, played really well as well. Jake Avrello was awesome, and damn, he's fast, Jake Avrello. Adam Elliott was solid through the middle. Down Latini's Lesniak put a huge shot on Matt Moylan, and Moylan apparently went off. So, I didn't see Matt Moylan go off because I had to go somewhere, but apparently went off, and they're going to see how he is. But, would not want to be at the end of that hit, that's for sure, from DWZ. It wasn't a special game, but I think around in the last 15 minutes or 20 minutes, it got really entertaining and really competitive, and that's where I thought this could be, going down to the wire, possibly. But, I thought Sharks played well, got through the game, quite positively. The Bulldogs played really well, but I think they just can't score enough points. They just can't score enough points, and just unlucky at the end. But I'll give this game a 5 out of 10. It was an alright, decent game of footy. Guys, that brings us into my round 6 NRL review. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you for my round 7 NRL tips on Tuesday. See you guys. Bye.